Hello and welcome to Body of Knowledge, where we believe that the body helps make knowledge. I'm sitting in a pool of water because it's ruining all of my sticky notes. I just had the most difficult time pouring myself a glass of water. I don't know that I have anything in particular that I want to talk about today, so let's call this one a field notes. But I did want to, I can't even talk. I did want to keep the commitment of a video a week. So let's see. I'm a little bit distracted. So, okay. Let's see, since my last video, what has happened? I met with the librarian. I love librarians. Oh, they're brilliant, so smart. So, I had a question. My professor said I needed to know what fields I was pulling from, and I was like, fields? There's just like zero thoughts whatsoever. And so I finished my mini lit review, which is really helping to set me up for my first comprehensive exam. And I took that to the librarian, and we solved that question in less than 15 minutes. It was fantastic. I'm talking about in my lit review, which I will link below because I did a lot of talking about how I wanted to write it otherwise, write it differently than a typical academic, dry, boring text. I'm talking about 3 interconnected things. I'm talking about the body is basically our means of having a world. It's how we perceive, it's how we relate, it's how we know. I'm talking about the body as relational to the self, relational to other humans, and relational to everything in existence. And then beyond that, the body is ineffable, the body is mysterious and unknowable. The body is, to pull in that Lakota concept from the book edited by Robin Wall Kimmerer, the body is wakan. So I have all of this, and now it's like hard to put myself in my shoes. Like, I met him Thursday, so like, I don't know, 5 or 6 days ago when I was just like at this brick wall. So I explained all that to him, and he said, okay, like, before I can really help you, I need to know, like, what do you mean when you say the body is mysterious? And that just like clicked, everything clicked into place. I could like feel it clicking and like boom. And I was like, oh my God, I know how to solve for my fields. So in that particular case, I'm pulling from a lot of process philosophy and then also indigenous epistemologies. I'm like, oh, that's how I do this. So that's super helpful because this week I'm going to start putting together my syllabus for my comprehensive exams. And basically as soon as the semester is over next Friday, and then I take my 6 days off, as soon as that, I am gonna start reading for my comps like right away. I'm gonna work on that over the summer because I really wanna immerse myself in the literature. I really wanna do a good job. So that was excellent. It was just one of those things that you're like, like you're trying to open a door and then somebody comes and they're like, this is a push, not a pull. And you're like, oh my God. That's how it felt. So yeah, wrapping up classes this week. This is my last week of Zoom classes. And then officially the deadline for all the assignments is next Tuesday, but I'm probably going to take till Friday. We'll see. Maybe I won't need it. Maybe I'll finish on time, but like giving myself that little bit of grace. And I already asked one of my professors if I could have the extension, and she was fine with it. It's very helpful for like my stress levels. But I'm feeling a lot better, a lot more calm and resourced. Maybe calm's not the right word. Like I'm spazzing over here. I think I'm going to do a video where I take extreme somatic takes on Instagram seriously. I just saw somebody's video saying, I don't want a regulated nervous system, I want depth. And I was just like, like the heart of it is, I don't want to put myself in a box where I have no range of experience and I'm always like perfectly composed. I want to have the experiences, the emotions. So I understand the hurt of it. And also, like, number one, kind of selfish, because my moods, I don't know about you, I'm assuming really everyone who hasn't accomplished this like perfect composure, like they range like super duper high to super super low, and I need to be able to regulate myself so that I don't come in like a hurricane into every single room that I enter. And we can feel that energetically when somebody does it. I mean, sometimes I still do, but I try to be mindful of when that's appropriate. And so if you're only valuing the extremes of human affect, we're missing, I think, the piece of relationality first and foremost. And we have to be able to just sometimes take ourselves out of the extremes. So I did a video, I think in January, I don't remember when, talking about research is volatile. And I got so excited and my like brain was just like crackling with excitement and I wasn't able to sit and think. And so then I went off on these like social media, not doom scrolls, but like side quests into like who knows what, and email and Pinterest, and I didn't get my work done because of this extreme high emotion. And then I reflected afterwards, I should have stayed, maybe not necessarily engaging the text, but engaging my body and like regulating myself by allowing the experience to happen. Conversely, in the middle of last month, when I was like wanting to just completely like close in on myself and like put a shell over myself and just fall into the pits of despair, I needed to be able to regulate myself up and out of that at the times that I needed to show up to work, to school, to the pottery studio with friends. So like the heart of that, I understand it. You want to feel everything, but also it's not so simple. So we'll see if I have the time or patience to do that. Maybe like to do a little rodeo roundup. I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm working on my Plurverse project, kind of in time. I don't know how long it will go on, but I'm posting it as I go to my Instagram if you want to see it. I'm just engaging some texts on the Plurverse and then bringing them into conversation with some other texts that I've read in the past, and then also making it like a photographic essay project. And I'm trying to just wait. I'm like reading the texts and then I wait for a spark, a little bit of hilaritas. I wait for that spark of inspiration, and then I'll pause and I'll write whatever comes out and see how it connects to other texts, and then see if there's an image that emerges alongside it. So yeah, that's fun. I really enjoy working this way. If I could do my entire dissertation like this, I would be so happy. But alas, I don't think that I will be allowed to do that. We'll see. Maybe I don't know. We'll see how far I can push the boundaries. Yeah, so today at the gym, I was listening to some podcasts about the Plurverse, and some ideas came to me. So I did jotted down some of the sparks, and then as I was doing that, a couple of ideas for images came up that would match the text, even if it is kind of tangentially. And so came back to my studio, and look at this. That's from the water on my Post-it. No, I just stuck my arm in it. I came back to my studio, and I spent probably an hour between two different photos. And so I'll put those on the Instagram once I have the text written and cited to go along with it. And so that's fun. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say, I guess, because I'm like very much in the flow, in the process. The last thing I have to do besides the Plurverse project is my final Spinoza paper, and I'm expanding on the midterm. And I wrote that midterm prior to being so incredibly triggered and distraught and non-functioning. And every time that happens, there's like a shift in my being. I feel like things are lost, but things are also gained. The ongoing process of becoming, what it means to be alive, to have a life. And so when I go to that midterm that I wrote, the tone was very distinct. I wrote that, and I'm like, do I still have access to that version of me? Can I still drop in to that hilaritas? Or is it gone? I don't know. I think I can drop in, but really I need to take like a day to just swim in it and then get to the paper. That's probably what I'm gonna do. So yeah, yesterday was my last directed seminar class. This is all the PhD students who are about to go into comprehensive exams. And it was kind of emotional. Like, I have been with these people for 2 years in classes, at intensives, and now we're all gonna go into our own libraries like Nosetown, and I'm more sad than I thought I would be. I am looking forward to not having classes, just because even when I try to like bring everything into my own interests, it could be really hard. Like, I'm trying to remember last semester, I had a class on Merleau-Ponty, I had a class on alternative economics, and then I had a class on ethnobotany. And so I was oftentimes feeling pulled in at least 3 directions, plus, you know, whatever else is going on. And so to be able to just put all of my focus into this one thing, I'm looking forward to returning to that. And sad, this kind of weekly rhythm, this weekly anchor of all these classes, getting to be in conversation with so many people from so many different areas of the world, and I am gonna miss it. But have, you know, made friends, little breakout groups, have emerged from the 2 years, and you know, definitely people that I will remain in touch with. But yeah, it's like an era is ending and a new one is beginning, and it's just like without pomp or ceremony, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird the way sometimes these changes happen in our life, and there's like nothing to mark them, there's nothing to transition. I mean, that's kind of what Directed Seminar was at its heart, was this semester-long transition from coursework to independent research. So we did have that. I don't know, I just want something. If I wasn't on an elimination diet, I would have an ice cream sundae. I can't have dairy, can't have sugar, but I can have honey. Maybe I'll celebrate this transition with intentional honey. Anyways, that's it. Field notes for the week. I am good. I am happy. I am engaging in work that is feeling exciting and fulfilling. And so that's where I am right now. All right.